Hey, everybody. I feel like I need a wig.
Why do you need a wig?
Right. Her?
Oh, I got a ponytail.
You have more hair than me. That's why I have a wig.
I have a pineapple on top of my head. I'm proud of my pineapple.
She said a pineapple.
I'm proud of my pineapple. My little
Oh, hey,
pineapple.
girl, with your little pineapple.
Mm-hmm. My little pineapple.
I got a pineapple. Mm. I didn't have my glasses. They're in the other room.
Where's your glasses?
In the other room? I can't see what that means. You know, hey. Then he puts up a goofy comment, I won't be able to see it.
So that you don't put them in the corner.
No, y'all can put him in the corner.
I always put everybody in the corner.
I can give him an ugly look though. I feel like I'm more intimidating without.
And let them see you with that crop you got. Ooh.
I have to get a new one because somebody broke it. That's a whole nother topic. But I have found my new one. I just have to purchase. Hello, whoever is out there, swing in, say hello.
Where is everybody at?
I'm sorry, I'm stuck.
Girl, it's a long story.
Hey, Master Ra.
Hey, Master Ra. Hey, Dani.
We're popping in slowly but surely.
You're going to have to tell me that one offline. I love you too, bro. Yeah, you got to tell me that one offline because I'm perplexed right now.
That was almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, you never told me.
Oh. Hi. Hi, Lorenzo.
Yeah. Purple Rain got her blonde on today. My face looks fat.
We are not picking ourselves apart because we are
not.
Cause my face looks more slender when I'm bald headed. When I put hair on, I look different.
It's still gorgeous.
I know I'm gorgeous. That's never a fact. The face card never declines, honey. That's why people didn't want me to lose weight. Because when I was fat and beautiful, they felt like it was no competition. A bitch ain't fat no more.
Now what?
Y'all are hot mess.
Thank you.
Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to find me a pick me up.
What's a pick me up?
A drink, but I need something to.
Oh.
I'm doing doubles.
You need to wake up.
I mean, I feel you on the doubles.
But we're doing we're doing a blizzard in Cleveland.
Y'all got that much snow? Wow.
I needed to stop because it's coming to Indianapolis. We're supposed to get a hard freeze tonight. I got every type of furnace on in my house that I can have.
Tequila.
Water. I gotta go back and drive. No liquor. No liquor. No liquor.
I have lemonade over here on the side of me. I'm not drinking tonight either. I'm not drinking until I got too many events where I gotta drink in April. I'm trying to be alcohol free until the end of March.
Well, I salute you, babe. And salute to you, Master Ra.
I got a hard freeze. Okay, Master Ra, what kind of hard freeze you talking about? Look. Because you got a
Who
little
knows with my friend, but he
You
live in
gotta- you
Baltimore, so they could get one.
you got a devil behind it. That ain't no snowflake behind it.
That is true. That purple devil is kind of mysterious. You being mischievous over there. Oh, speaking of which, Master Rock, congratulations on giving, I believe it was Boy Annabelle, his collar. Congratulations.
Oh, I did see that. Yes.
I think he gave him his consideration collar. So.
Okay, so he now has the devil in the
I saw that. I saw that.
in the eggplant. Okay. He trying to go to.
Where is Lorenzo?
He's here.
He's here.
He's here.
I'm not seeing any comments from Lorenzo.
He said that he liked your blonde hair.
All I see is stuff from the people on my timeline. Oh, there's Lorenzo.
This is at the bottom. This is at the bottom now.
Yeah, I see it now.
Consideration collar. Thank you. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, come on in. Tell a friend. It's Juicy Tales Erotic chat time. Yes. Lorinda says, after your conversation with Casey JewCee, it is now confirmed Casey's outfit for the Friday meet and greet has been purchased. Oh, Lord.
Mine has been too.
Mine is being put together as we speak.
Meet and greet, I'm going cash. I got some pajamas. I'm going cash.
I hope I'm there. That's all I'm going to say. I hope I'm in the room.
You'll be in the room.
I love JewCee. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You don't know how many people are wanting me to do some voice stuff. So I'm looking into it. So.
Ma'am, you know you got an amazing voice. If you can do some things with that voice that I could never do.
And hit notes that I could never hit at all.
Thank you.
Who's our Facebook user? Is that Moses or Yogi?
Or Mark. They're drooling over my hair, so it might be Mark. There's Moses. Moses is on my page today.
What I missed? Wait a minute.
You ain't missed nothing yet, Moses.
Moses, where your ticket at, baby?
Oh yeah. Hold on. You ain't bought your ticket yet.
Where your ticket at, sir? Where your ticket at?
If you are on here and you have not bought your ticket yet.
First of all, he lived down the street.
Punching people in the eye.
He lives down the street.
Down the street and around the corner.
I'm coming 2,000 miles away.
Down the street and around the corner. All right, y'all. Let's get into this tonight. Welcome once again to another marvelous Monday on Juicy Tales Erotic Chat. I am your hostess, Ms. JewCee, and of course, I could not do this wonderful show without my beautiful, melanated, gorgeous, erotic, educated, enlightened queens, Miss Siren and Miss Purple Rain. Hello, ladies.
Hi, JewCee. Hi, everybody.
Hi. So, did everybody have a good week? We're back, guys. We're back.
We are. I had an okay week. I was working every day. So Sunday was my first day off in like 8 days. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to I'm trying to clean my house and work all at the same time.
Okay.
I had a pretty good week. I worked. I did the Clark Kent job all week, of course, but this weekend I got to be on set with my Superwoman job, is what I call it. And I had a ball, like always. I have so much fun when I do it. It's just I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying doing more of it.
Okay. All right. Well, Miss JewCee out here just hustling. That's it. That was my week. Okay, so we go.
She doing what she always do.
Ooh, tired. Okay, I'm tired. Let's just get into this real quick about EEE. Look, tonight is the last night to get your tickets on sale for the our little Irish
Well, luck of the Irish.
our little Irish
I got
ditty.
on green. I got on green for it. Come on, let's go.
Our Irish ditty. So get your tickets. Go on out to Eventbrite. It ends at midnight, guys. You still got a few hours. Great deals and steals for you all that don't have your tickets yet. We only have about 25 spaces left, so we definitely need you to grab those last few tickets. That's not a lot. Come join us in Cleveland for the Ebony Erotic Experience, going down April 26th and 27th in Cleveland, Ohio. It is a 2-day event. It's a lifestyle event. Lifestyle to us means it encompasses a lot of the different genres of the lifestyle. So we will have some BDSM in the house. We'll have some poly in the house. We'll have some swingers in the house. We're going to have some vanilla in the house. We're going to have some erotic in the house. So make sure you go out and get your tickets. It's just that simple. And if you can't get your tickets, please spread the word. Okay. Okay. So tonight we have a great topic for everyone. Something that is probably near and dear to all of us as well. But we are going to let our beautiful, gorgeous goddess, Ms. Purple Rain, take the reins tonight on this topic and get us going. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to you, Miss Purple Rain.
Hi. All right, so good evening, everyone. And as you guys have known, since the beginning of the year, I have been doing a series on different things in BDSM. So tonight is no different. Today, though, because I usually talk about things from the dominant side, I'm going to go back to my roots a little bit and talk about the power of submission. Because we always think it's about the dominance. And like I've explained last week on JewCee's topic and previously on my topics, this is a dynamic power exchange. And what people who don't understand BDSM don't realize is the power is in the hands of the submissive and or slave. I'm going to say that again. The power in this dynamic, in all dynamics, is in the hands of the S-type, of the bottom, of the slave, of the submissive, the person that is being dominated. The reason why I say that is this. Without their consent, I cannot do anything. Without my S-type's consent, I'm powerless. It's just that simple.
So let's make sure everybody understands what is consent, because a lot of folks, they do some stuff willy-nilly. We know we've talked about it before on here with our Amazon doms and people just doing whatever the hell they feel like they're grown enough to do. What is consent for people that are in this lifestyle?
Consent is, y'all know me, I want to word things properly. Consent is permission to get Consent is permission between the two parties involved for acts or dynamics or power exchanges to be exchanged between the two people with knowing the risk that are involved. So if the person does not know the risks that are involved on either side, they can't fully give consent. If you do not understand what is going on, what is being performed, what is even outside of me doing something to them, if I'm using manipulation tactics to get consent, that's not true consent. It's a mental game. Consent is the other person's willingness to have done unto them and understanding the risk of what it is that I am doing. Does that make sense? Did I explain that thoroughly?
Yeah.
Okay. You look like you had a question.
Well, no, my mind is just, going. But I think it's really important that people understand, because so many people, of course, they get a lot of their information from Hollywood,
YouTube University.
Yeah, YouTube, Hollywood, porn,
Amazon.
Amazon.com. They get their information from so many different information sites that are incorrect. And if you'll ever notice that even if you go on some of these well-known sites, you never see the word, you never hear the definition, and you don't see them talking about consent. It's not there. The word's not there. It just isn't.
Educated consent. Correct, Lorenzo. Educated consent.
And it's not there. It's not on there.
And the only true way to have consent is for those two parties to have a conversation. We call it a consultation. We call it negotiations. All of those things are the same thing. Sitting down and having a conversation about what is expected, what is to be done, what the likes and dislikes are, what the hard no's are, what the expectations are, what they're looking to experience. All of those things need to be discussed before you pick up an implement, put a collar on somebody, sign a contract, all of that stuff. All of those different aspects of what we do, of the things that we do, negotiations and conversations need to be had in order for consent to be fully given.
And that's the part, y'all, that you don't see in the movies or in the porn, or y'all just think you just go right in and we just start waiting.
You know what my biggest consent violation that I've ever seen in a movie was? Was it the first one or the second one? Either way it goes, it was 50 Shades of Grey. We always talk about the scene when he wails on her, right?
That's the first one. That's the first one.
But if anybody pays attention, now those of us that are in this lifestyle have called this out several times. He gives her the contract, she never signs it.
The movie should have never happened.
Should have stopped right there.
It should have ended right there.
Right there.
Because she never agreed to his terms. So there should have never been any scene play or him mentally dominating her. She never signed the contract. Mm-mm. She never signed over consent. And apparently she didn't understand that. She hadn't signed it, so none of that other shit should have never happened. Self-consent has to be established before you can even consider consenting to another. Correct. And consent goes both ways, because as a dominant, if I'm not comfortable doing something you ask me to do and I say no, there is no consent. He's right. At that point, they switched roles. She
Hmm.
topped from the bottom.
She did. And the biggest thing about this whole about the movie, I feel like that was a piece that if that would have been done correctly, I wouldn't be so disappointed and just totally think that the movie is so irresponsible.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a major key. Why even introduce that point? Because that is a large point that is a part of some of us that are dominants. That's a large part of our world, and we don't touch you unless that contract has been.
Even if it's just a negotiation sheet for that night
Yeah, it's
at an
been agreed
event.
upon. It's been agreed upon.
Mm-hmm.
But when the whaling scene happened, she just decided to get out the bed and go see why he was pissed or whatever the case may be, and then she walks in on him having his own personal session, and all of a sudden now she can take a cat of nine, which that is the prettiest cat of nine I've seen in a long time. But anyway, I digress. It was
Oh, that whole room was beautiful, though. That is my
gorgeous.
dream bedroom. That is my dream bedroom.
That was
Okay.
gorgeous.
Of all the things about the movie, that was the one that I
But
can
that
say was.
but that cat of nine, she should have number one as a health education major, as someone that studied sports medicine. She should have either been at the hospital or the morgue. Those were her two options.
I'm
Those
just
were
saying.
those were the two options because her skin had never she had never experienced being flogged before ever, and he started out from like left field. I mean, I felt like I was a catcher trying to catch a fly ball, and
First of all, I have been proud of myself to take it at a level 10 and have trophies to boot, and I couldn't have took that.
mm-mm. No, especially that's why it's so important that we are having the ebony erotic experience, because people need to understand that your skin has to be you have to be warmed up. You don't just all of a sudden start whipping somebody with full force, and we are not talking about there's a difference between your trophies and 911. What's your emergency?
There's a big difference. You know what, Lorenzo?
What do you
I'm
say?
sending you to the corner. He said his flogger was purchased on Prime Day. They don't even sell floggers like that on Prime.
Okay, so right. That
And
actually,
they know. And they know.
well, here's the reason I know. I sold the line. I sold the line of 50 Shades of Grey. And there is a very special line that is made for 50 Shades of Grey for all gray 1, 2, and 3. And I have access to that line. So yeah, this is not on his blogger was definitely not on Amazon, even though,
First of all, I got a 50 Shades of Grey anal plug and I still ain't used it. But I digress. I digress. Because I'm going to get there one day. I'm going to be a big girl. I'm going to be a big girl one day.
Okay.
Yes, even I, the mistress, got some stuff I'm scared of. Okay, y'all. But basically, the point, though, that I'm trying to make is that consent is the power. So giving that consent is what allows. No, it's not purple. Is what allows the dominant to have the power that everybody sees. There was a video. This is my biggest example of the submissive being empowered. The submissive actually having the power. There was a video that went viral about, I want to say 5. It might have been during COVID, but it might have been before COVID. So anywhere between 3 to 5 years ago, of a man walking his girlfriend on a leash to the gas station.
I remember seeing something like that.
Tying her up outside the gas station. He went into the gas station, did what he did, came back out, and they walked home. She was on a leash and on all fours the whole time. Women dog walked her on social media. I could never. Couldn't be me. Ain't no man. You ain't got to be that thirsty for no man to let no man treat you like that. Da-da-da-da-da-da. If she had ever told that man no, he wouldn't have never been able to do it. She had all the power in that situation. She knew he was filming. She chose to be on the collar. All she had to ever say was no. The crazy thing is, I know that couple. And he's a very respectful man. He caters to her. He takes care of her. She doesn't work. She doesn't want for anything. She stays home and cooks and cleans. She's a kept wife. She's his wife. She chooses. One of her kinks is humiliation. She chose to have that done. It was her choice.
But a lot of people don't understand that.
They don't understand it. They don't understand it.
Because
they don't understand it.
They can't get in that mindset, especially nowadays. When I look at, and you know, I'm an Uber driver, and these young girls get in my car. I had 2 last night. And if I could have reached back and choked a knot in their tongues, I would have done it. Because the way that these young girls, you want respect from a young man, but you don't know how to give it.
Mm-hmm.
You talk out the side of your mouth, and then when he reacts, it's a whole issue. But I listened to them, kind of, especially the one that was sitting right back behind me. You can't miss the conversation. And you know, I don't know exactly what they was talking about because it was stupid, but it's the tone. And I've put it on my post many a time, and I will definitely be working with women on this. It's not so much what you say, it's how you say it.
Yep.
If you got an attitude about every goddamn, you know, then nobody. But if you don't have that much of an attitude, maybe somebody will listen to you.
Not to mention, these little girls want everything handed to them with no work. So you want him to spend all his money on you and to take you to places that cost more than Ruth Chris. And Cheesecake Factory, that's cheap. So he better not take me there. You got to pay for my hair and my nails, pay all the bills of the household. But you ain't made me a wife yet, so I'm not going to cook and clean for you.
Oh, and even if you do make me a wife, I'm not fucking you every night.
I'm not fucking you every night.
Ladies, wake the fuck up.
My money is my money. Your money is the bill money and our money. What? Oh, and don't let me get a child because I want half your check in child support. And I'm one that believes the child support should be paid, but what you gonna take care of? You can't live off of child support.
Not to mention, child support is limited. It ends.
And my other thing is, though, y'all are seeing these girls on TV that are having children by rich men. Pookie and Ray Ray ain't rich. I don't give a damn if they are the D-boy on the block of the year. You're not about to get $20,000 a month in child support. You didn't sleep with a football player, Bookie. And oops, even if you did, he's not a millionaire unless he's a star player. So what you think you getting? Because the average football player doesn't last 3 years in the league. Why do you deserve all of that when you don't put in the work for all of that.
And a lot of you won't submit.
And you won't submit. You won't you want the benefits of submission, and yet you won't submit.
You won't submit.
He ain't no bossing me. I'm not doing this. That Bookie. My mama told me this one thing when I was younger, and I swear it's the truth. Yes, he is the head, but you are the neck, and the head cannot move without the neck. You have the power.
But some of you don't know how to use it.
That part.
And some of you have this unrealistic identity of what a female is supposed to be. Some of you are so angry.
And you're not even angry because nobody did something to you. You angry because they did it to your mama.
Well, and I mean, it doesn't matter to me where the anger comes from. You just need to get that together. And I think a lot of young ladies nowadays, they just come off very aggressive and very angry, and you have not even experienced life yet. You're in your 20s. Let's just say you live until 80s. You're not even you're not, to me, qualified to be that angry at everything. And if you are, you need some counseling. You need to get to the root of what is making you so angry and so miserable, because people, you're attracting, and I know that Siren can attest to what you attract. You're out here being, Siren, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're out here being super negative, aren't you going to attract? We can't. Oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah, like attracts like. So whatever energy you're giving out is what you're getting. So when you ask yourself, why am I getting this kind of this thing or this energy? Why is this energy coming towards me? It's coming from you. So therefore you need to figure out, why are you responding in this way, thus giving out that information? Where's your perspective? Are you looking at this in a lackful or in a plentiful?
Mm-hmm.
Once you can figure those things out, then you know how to move your energy, because that's what you're getting. When you don't feel good about you get a whole bunch of bad shit.
That part.
So it's knowing you.
And I just don't feel, I mean, I watch a lot of these young girls, and I just, whether they're on the internet or whether they're in person or whatever the case may be. And I don't know if you guys are sensing it or seeing it, but I just see a lot of anger. I just see a lot of disappointment. I just see a lot of, maybe it's out of your reach at this particular point in time. It's somebody else's. To me, it's like they're wanting somebody else's life or somebody else's dream or somebody else's perspective. It's not really
They do. They want what they see on reality TV.
No, they don't know what they want. They don't really know what they want. They see something, they think they want it. They really don't know whether they want it.
I can go with that. And I think, to piggyback off of that, not only do they not know, but they don't know what it takes to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's in essence the thing. When you start to say, okay, I want that, you have to really understand what really goes into that. A lot of people want the end result, not understanding you got to go through some shit to get to that end result. And that's the part. And if you don't want that part, then you really don't want that end result. Because the other part about that is that once you get it, how you gonna keep it? How you gonna grow it?
And so we have a lot of, because I always listen, well, I'm not submitting. I'm not going to submit. You can't make me submit. You can't make me be a submissive. I'm not da 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 da. What all you not going to do?
What
But
you won't do, another one will.
well, hold on. No, no, not really, because what it is you really don't know what that word means.
They don't. They think that means they think that submission means giving up their power.
Exactly, and it is the absolute opposite. Believe me, I'm one of those people that thought that. I'm I'm submissive to the right energy.
All of us are though. And people tell men that all the time. You all are always hollering, y'all want a submissive woman, y'all want a submissive woman. If you lead properly, she'll naturally submit.
Absolutely.
I'm a very dominant woman, but if I have the right leader in front of me, even ones that have not been my partner, but they're leading me into something, I become a passenger princess. I'm quick to shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
If you're leading properly and you're showing that you can lead, we fall back because we don't want to be this strong entity
Sure.
all the time.
Are you
all
kidding?
the time. Not
All.
all the time.
Can I be? I love being soft. I
I like
didn't
my
know.
soft girl
I didn't
era.
know.
I
I didn't know.
love.
But this is the thing. I didn't know I liked it though.
Oh, I've always known I liked it.
No, I
I've
didn't know.
always be. I've
The reason
always
why
liked being a princess.
the
I
reason
was
why I didn't
spoiled.
know that I liked it was because programming. You got to be that strong woman, especially black women. You got to be that strong black woman. You got to take them hits and you got to keep going. You got to be able to take that gut check and still keep moving and smile with grace and elegance and everything else. But fuck all of that.
So I guess that was kind of a blessing. I tell people all the time, people think because I'm so tough on the outside that I must have came from a single parent home. I came from two parent homes. My parents were not together, but they both were married and they both provided me with nuclear family households. I saw one household where my mother was the breadwinner, and I saw another household where my father was the leader and breadwinner. I saw both sides of it. I'm a combination of both my parents. I commend them on that. But my daddy taught me how to be a princess. I was a spoiled little girl. But when it was time, yes, he treated me like a princess and yes, he spoiled me. But then when it was time for me to take responsibility and step up and do what I needed to do, he also taught me that. He gave me accountability and things like that. But I learned that soft life really quickly. And I've always loved it. I was a daddy's girl. You couldn't tell me nothing. My daddy worked 14, 15-hour days to provide for his wife and his two children. Yes, my stepmom worked, but she didn't have to. She worked because she wanted to. Because my daddy was going to die about his. He said if it was nothing else he was going to do was provide for his family. And he did a very good job of that.
And there's nothing wrong with being, I wrote a piece about being a strong woman and submitting. There is nothing wrong with being a strong woman and being a submissive. I
I
am,
think submissives are very strong.
I think, but I think a lot of people, because they have a misunderstanding of what a submissive is, they think the term means weak.
Mm-hmm.
They think that the term means I'm always surrendering. I'm always giving away. I'm always, um,
Powerless.
right. I'm powerless. I have no say. I have no, nobody listens to me. Nobody, um, understands what I want out of life, or I'm confused, or I can't possibly put together a business or a sentence. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't possibly run a household or have a six-figure job because I'm weak. And that's not what submission or being a submissive means. But I think people take the word and don't know the definition of it. So therefore, they're very uninformed and they don't understand that you can be strong and still be submissive at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm definitely that, because before my parents passed, um I was daddy's little girl. I was mom's little princess. I was doing this. I was doing that. I was doing the other. I was living life. I was a kid. I was having fun. And then guess what? Reality happened. My father died, then my mother died. Now, if they had not laid down a foundation of strength, a foundation of you got to get this done, this done, this done, I'm 61. I lost them at 16 and 17. I have outlived both of my parents. I'm now working to catch my grandmother. So you have to understand where somebody has come from as well,
Mm-hmm.
because your life's circumstances make you who you are. And
I agree.
it's not always what it seems. I know that for me, a lot of people looking, oh, she's so cute. Oh, I got so sick of being called cute. And oh, she's so pretty, or she's so this. My mother raised me. I don't look at myself. I don't look at myself and think of myself as pretty. I just don't. I don't have time for that. My mother used to tell me looks will fade. That's the first thing she said to me. Your looks will fade. So I'm not the one to be going around going, oh, I'm cute, I'm pretty, I'm this, I'm not. I might say, oh, I took a decent picture today. Getting me to take a picture is is a chore. It's a chore. But I'm
It
trying.
is, y'all. The
I'm trying. I am.
whole chore.
It's a whole chore to get me to take a picture. And so I don't see myself like other people see me, but mentally, and I want to be strong mentally. That's just me. I want to be, because so many people said I couldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about the cute, whatever. I want the mental to be sexy. I want the mental to be strong.
Mm-hmm.
And when you submit, when you figure out who you are, it makes it easier to submit to the right energy, as she's
Mm-hmm.
saying, and to the right, whether it's a male or female, whatever, to the right partner. It makes it so much easier to do that when you know who you are.
Yep. It does. It really does.
And
People
y'all
crack
should
up.
do exactly what he said to do too.
She better get that picture stuffed straight by E.
Let's go, goddess.
Anywho, look, 61. It ain't gonna change in 6 weeks. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that.
They're gonna get some pictures in. Trust me,
We'll,
Lorenzo.
we'll get a couple.
Absolutely.
And she's gone. And she's out of there.
We gonna sit on her.
We gotta catch
But
her.
yeah,
Gonna get me a chair and roll around. I'm out. I'm out.
you know what? I need you to submit and take this picture, JewCee.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
God damn it.
Come on, submit and take this young picture now. Let's go.
Y'all know I've just never been one like that. I've just never been a picture taker. I never have been. Like I take good pictures. I feel I do take good pictures, but boy, get me in that
Now,
mindset.
see,
Had a whole shoot. We had a whole shoot in Chicago that we did with her. She was.
but see, this is my thing. I'm kind of similar to her that and though, because you can put me in front of a camera for a photo shoot and I'm gonna slay that motherfucker every time. Get me at an event, you ain't gonna even know I was at the event because you ain't gonna catch me on one single shot. I'm gonna be so busy working, I don't look at the dang on camera.
Busy.
And it's not intentional. I just be busy trying to make sure my guests are having a good time.
It's fun. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, submission is, to me, It is a willingness to relinquish control. And it does not, I want people also to understand this. It doesn't have to be in every aspect.
Nope.
I think that's something else that people get kind of hung up on, that it has to be total and every aspect of your life. And it
I got
doesn't.
an example of that. I have an example. So when my last daddy, before I became a dominant, before I transitioned into being more dominant, the only thing he controlled in my life was my finances and how I budgeted my money, what I wore every day, and what I ate every day. Because I'm a single mom, we didn't live in the same household, and I worked 2 full-time jobs, one of which I owned and the other one I was a manager. So since I was a boss in every other aspect, we picked 3 aspects of my life that were my least disciplined, and those were the areas that he led me in. He picked my clothes every day. We had a FaceTime conversation. We'd go through my closet and we would look at what my day looked like. If I had to work both jobs, one job, what I had to do that next day, and he would pick my outfit. We went over my budget monthly with how much money I expected coming in, what money looked like, what my bank account looked like, and we would budget my bills, and then what I ate every day, because I was in the process of trying to lose weight. And those are the areas he led me in. It wasn't how I raised my children. It wasn't how I ran my household. It wasn't every aspect of my every minute waking moment. That was it.
And so that should like take away, I mean, and I guess for me as a submissive, I'm a submissive when it comes to sex.
Mm-hmm.
The other aspects of my life, I'm not. But a lot of people don't understand that, So if my partner wants a threesome, we're having a threesome. If my partner wants to pick out the lingerie, there's plenty. I sell it. There's plenty for you to choose from. What do you want me to wear? Because I don't want to think about it.
I don't want to think about it.
I don't want to think about it. It's on you've laid it on the bed. You've picked it out. It's in your hand. I will say this much. Don't get anything complicated with strings. Okay, thank you. A flashback. Oh my God, it was horrid.
Complicated with strings. Got it. Okay. I'll avoid that with you, JewCee.
It was horrible. It was a brand new piece, too. Brand new piece. It took me like a half.
That eliminates corsets, though, JewCee. Those are complicated with strings.
It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous, and I
remember getting JewCee into her corset.
Like corset is different. Corset I can get out of. If there's a front and a back, I can get out of that. This was a one piece outfit, and it had a bunch of strings on it, and it took me over half an hour to put the stupid thing on, and then when I got it on, we couldn't get me out of it. So the first thing I heard a rip.
It took you a half an hour, and you actually continued on after 10. After
I got it. I was determined by then. I'm not gonna let this piece of lingerie whip my ass.
You did more than 5 minutes of that.
Yeah.
Clearly, it didn't take 5 minutes to take it off because she heard a rip.
It didn't take. And
I'm sorry, I just
30 minutes on, 5 minutes off.
And then and money.
Don't we expect it to be like that to come off? Like
and money left on the dresser to buy something new, because don't ever buy anything that complicated again. I'm like, okay.
First of all, I think that's one of the reasons why I hate body stockings, because I get all cute in this damn 10-minute body stocking for you to try to rip it off of me.
That's what they're supposed to do, honey.
And the body stocking is the first thing I ever modeled for JewCee.
It costs too much for me to have to keep rebuying the same one.
I was supposed to be wearing pasties, but I got to wear my bra.
It's from the wrong people. Don't get me started.
First of all,
Tick lock it. Tick lock it. Submission. Get back to your topic.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Let me fix my bang real quick. Y'all come get y'all's friend. Okay.
Lorenzo, we need you to send her to the corner.
Lorenzo ain't even in the chat no more, is he? He quiet.
Something.
He quiet. But no, so that's pretty much all I was saying about the power of submission. I think we've hit on all my points. I just want people to realize, both in the lifestyle and without the lifestyle, submission is the power, because it means you're trusting that person to lead you. It means you're trusting that person with some aspect of your life. And without that submission or that trust, they don't have any power. So that's it. That's my TED Talk. Thank you for coming.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to. Can I add a couple of things here so that
you sure can, honey? You know, I'm always here for you're the guru of submission.
Oh my
You
God.
taught me. You taught me. You're my goddess.
So the action or fact of submission, the definition of submission that I found that I think fits pretty well. The action or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force or to the will or authority of another person. Submission occurs in both males and females, okay, in about equal proportions. Although men and women may express it differently, they share this trait. Submission is not a sign of weakness or inferiority.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the strongest, most successful people in our society are submissive in their personal relationships. So remember, we just talked about that. It doesn't have to be in every aspect. Submission does not indicate lack of intelligence or motivation. Most submissives are very intelligent, creative, and highly motivated people. Submission is not a hidden desire for pain or humiliation. Some Masadic people may turn to the DS or BDSM lifestyle in order to fulfill their needs for these things, but there are many gentler, loving individuals who are quite happy not to receive either humiliation or pain. Submission is not the same as passivity. Submissives are not passive. They participate actively and are thinking individuals. Submission is not something that can be demanded or forced. The definition of the word means it is a willing act. A submissive submits because they have chosen to do so, not because someone forced them. Submission is not a miserable state of existence. Most submissives are happy, well-balanced people who are simply fulfilling their nature. Submission is not slavery. All slaves are submissive, but not all submissives are slaves. A submissive is not given up their right to choose, but has given some of those choices to another to make for them. They have input into their relationship and maintain their identity. Submission does not indicate sexual promiscuity. Submissives are not sex craves, nymphomaniacs who cannot control their drives. Most are husbands or wives, mothers or fathers, friends, neighbors, workers, or family members who have a need to relinquish control of some aspects of their lives in someone they trust. It isn't a sex thing, it's a condition of the heart.
Bam, drops mic.
Does that make sense to folks?
I need some powder. I need to do a LeBron for you.
You can go outside and get some snow. Anyway.
snow. I'm
We
good.
don't want the snow, JewCee.
I'm good over here. I promise.
But I wanted people to understand because that's one of the first things that I had to learn as a submissive many moon ago, um, through my first dom. And once I got that piece and I learned it and I understood it, I was better able to understand what type of a submissive I am and what kind of a dominant I would want to lead me. I don't have to give up. In other words, I don't have to give up my power in order to be comfortable submitting to my dominant. Now,
Exactly.
I'm only submitting to one at a time. One. That's it. There's been a few, not too many. They're all on one hand. But I only submit to one. And there has to be something about that person. Now, if you're trying to submit to everybody you see, no, no,
Will Smith is submissive.
no.
You know.
And and
But
there's
that's not a
nothing.
bad. But that's not a bad thing, and it's not a demeaning thing as well.
No,
No. Mm-mm.
And
no.
that's the part. And I'm glad we're having this conversation because the idea of someone that's being submissive is looked at as like you said, you explained, it's not weak.
Mm-mm.
First of all, they be
It's not
calling Will all kind of names that don't even fall in line. He not realizing the power that he holds.
that part. And honestly, if people paid attention, they talked about that. It's very upfront. You just don't want to see it that way.
Well, because why? He's a guy.
Hmm.
Let's just go with that, shall we? He's a guy. He's a male.
My favorite submissive is a guy.
He's a guy.
I think what I've gotten out of this conversation is that submissive is not a monolithic thing. It's not a
No.
one sided thing. It's not just this.
No.
It's very multifaceted.
Very.
And it is not the the doom and gloom
Mhm.
Hmm.
that it's made to be or made to seem like. I grew up, of course, we know, grew up in a Christian household, and that whole submissive thing, and it's made to look as though the submissive person is less than,
You
Mhm.
know,
and that is
our
not.
grandmamas and great grandmamas was submissive, and grandmama held all the power in that household.
But the thing, and that's the part. It's not that's not the part that's looked upon because that's not the part that's magnified.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So the understanding, and me personally, this is something that I'm learning as well. I will admit I am definitely a dominant person, and I'm learning why that dominance is here. I have very big trust issues, and that bull in me, that Taurus in me, is not willing to budge when it comes to certain things, and that's fine. That's great for me.
Hmm.
It's not a bad thing at all. But what I am learning in my maturity and in my, the growth of my emotional intelligence is there are things that I am definitely submissive in. I am submissive to the right energy. Thank you to my friend who kind of helped me understand that, because I didn't understand when he was, you're not submissive. You're not submissive. And then he said, no, he realized, he said, after watching, I do see the switch and you are submissive to the right energy. And that is everyone, but it's not looked at like that.
Right.
So thank you for this conversation on that one. I'm glad that we got to, I got to broaden my horizons too. That's why I'm quiet this conversation. I'm learning. I'm listening. I love this.
And like I said, with this show, we try to show both sides, all sides of this type of a lifestyle or a dynamic, because so many people, like we have stated, don't truly understand what it means to be in this world, to be a dominant, to be a submissive, to be a slave, to be to allow someone the power to have the power over your pleasure and your pain. Some people don't know how to do that. And when you do something like this, when you have these conversations, when you bring to light some of the inconsistencies that are out there when it comes to this lifestyle, I think a lot of people become a little more educated. They become a little more understanding. Maybe they become a little more like, well, maybe I'm going about this all wrong, because I know I was originally, because I know what my mindset was. It was what everybody else had said it was supposed to be. I didn't know that you could be a strong woman and submit. Had no.
Because we're not taught that.
No, we're not.
Perspective is everything.
And when you don't know, but when you do know, you do better.
That part.
So open your mind. It's okay to open your mind and think about something differently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's important that you do, that you learn who you are as an individual, not what somebody else
It's
is
telling you are.
telling you. Yeah, who's telling you
Get to know you,
who and what you should be.
because you're the only person that gets to decide that, and that knows what that is.
But
No,
and in addition, feel free, go out and get yourself educated. Go out and read some things. Get some things that are going to challenge your brain, your mind, your thought process, because when you do that and you get different perspectives, because as you get older, y'all, I'm older, you change.
who,
you
baby?
you change. You are getting more knowledge. You're leaving behind, if you for lack of a better term, but you're leaving behind childish things, and you're moving into adulthood or into womanhood or into manhood. And if you have an open mind, you're willing to learn some new things, to see some things from a different perspective. As Siren has mentioned, she's growing. I'm growing. Purple Rain is growing. You always want to keep learning, and you always
Don't
want to
stop.
be. You don't want to stop, and you're always
Mm-hmm.
evolving as a person. You're always evolving.
Real quick. So, like, they tell people that you need to heal, you need to heal, you need to heal, and then once you're healed, everything will be great. First of all,
You're ever evolving. You're never
healing,
fully healed.
healing never stops.
Uh-uh.
It never stops. It doesn't. You
Nope.
are constantly evolving. You cannot hold yourself accountable for what you did not know, because you weren't there yet. You didn't get there. You didn't know it. But now you know it. Now what do? All right, so now we're learning more. And as you, if you want to say grow older, we mature, we go through, we have life experiences
Mm-hmm.
that teach us things. We learn that way. Think about how we look at kids. We actually, and this is something that I do know, that's in the Black community, at least my experience. We sit there and we tell these kids that they know better when they don't, because it's our job to teach them. So when they go through a life experience and we feel like because we knew it, we saw that shit, you knew better. No, they did know better. You knew better because you're the adult and you're the person that went through it before and knew it. They didn't know it. That's their first time. The same way you didn't know it before, but now you do. So give yourself grace for what you did not know. This is an evolution. We are constantly moving forward. We're learning. Everything is a building. It's a building. It's a building. We do not stop in our growth, in our healing journey. We don't stop. It is constantly growing. It is ever evolving. And every now and again, as healed as I can be, I can regress real quick and get gutted with it if I want to. And then I'm gonna go back to my
woo-saw moment.
But I'm gonna go
People
to that
forget.
faster than I normally would. I might not even go to my gutter moment. I might actually go to my before I get to that. But it's an ever evolving process. So be gentle with yourselves, people.
Yeah, and learn and just allow yourself to not be I always used to talk about this box. You all allow people to put you in a box that they made.
Mm-hmm.
Your mindset is in a box that they made for you. I know all about that box because I was there. I was in
That
that
box
box.
doesn't belong to
I
you.
was I was in that 1963 box. I was there.
It
Okay.
is not, and it
Not
don't
the
belong.
1963 box.
Yes,
It's got a year.
yeah, that's a year, 1963. That's when I was born.
That
Oh
part.
no, I'm saying it. The box has a year on it, so mine
Yeah,
is the 1983 box.
there you
Yep,
go.
mine got a 1979 on it.
And you have to figure out, okay, well, do I want to stay in this box that was built by somebody else, or do I want to go build my own box?
And that is the life journey.
Because
That is the life journey.
that 1963 box is about this big.
Boy, so is that 83 box.
It's about, yeah, it's little. Now my personal box is huge. It's expansive. It's infinity.
It's got it's got 9-foot vault ceilings in it. It's got a glass ceiling.
mine is infinite. Mine is
Infinite.
definitely infinite.
And you just get the chance to learn and grow and become who you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
But you do it,
my terms.
but you're on your terms, but you progress and you learn and you look back and you go, oh, that 1963 box was kind of little. It was kind of limited. Let me go on over here to 1979. Let me see how much I've grown by then. Okay, now let me get on over here. And then
1989.
It just keeps going. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
And now we are 2024.
Now it's infinite to me. You can always learn, you can always grow, you can always change. As long as
Ever expanding.
my father always used to say, as long as you have breath in your body, you can make a change. It's when you stop breathing, you got problems.
And that part.
And I have a slight feeling about that it doesn't end. It just whatever.
Yeah.
It evolves into something else.
That
but
part.
you want to know that when you're stepping into these, I think what we really want you to know when you're stepping into these realms, when you are stepping into the BDSM lifestyle or the swinger lifestyle or the poly lifestyle, or even your own vanilla lifestyle, when you're stepping into these types of lifestyles, that understand you're gonna evolve, you're gonna change. But the main thing that I want you to do is make sure that you get good, solid information.
Amen.
Don't just go by what you've heard somebody. Here's the biggest thing.
Do your own research.
Yeah. Here's one of the things that by selling adult toys for like 36 years, I go into a home and I get into the topic because I told you guys, I've done this for so long. I know exactly what we're going to talk about. I got 5 topics. And one of those topics is anal sex. And as soon as I say the word anal sex, anal sex. As soon as I say anal, everybody in the room, their butt cheeks, I can tell they just tightened up.
The sphincter muscle just goes, man.
Mine ain't tightened up, but I get a little tight.
And then what happens is the room clears.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody went to get something to eat. Somebody went to get something to drink. Somebody went. And
we ain't talking about it.
Like, I gotta go.
I'm gonna go get this right now. And I'll be left in the room with maybe I will have a room of 20 people. And as soon as I say anal sex, I'm down to 3, maybe 5. And what happens is the other 15 people have been influenced either by other people that have never tried it. That's always my favorite. 9 times out of 10, they have gotten advice about anal sex from someone that has never done anal sex, but has told you that anal sex is bad, but you ain't never done it. But they don't ask that question. They don't go that far. And then I will get people now that when they get to my table, they understand, well, first of all, you need to do some lube. You can do some butt plugs. Let's start with that, ladies. Let's start with trying something a little smaller before you get to the main attraction.
Let's graduate.
This baby is not going, okay?
Not the first time out. Let's go slow. Let's incorporate him into the playtime. And but these are things that you can do for yourself. Now these ladies all of a sudden are like, oh my God, nobody ever told me that.
Yeah, because it's one of those things that a lot of people aren't comfortable talking about.
We're not gonna tell you how to do this correctly because we don't know. And we
You
didn't
know, they don't think we know what we talking about.
No, because we don't know and we're not going to ask any questions. We're going to act like we know. We're going to pretend like we know, but we've never actually done it. And nobody asked me, did I actually did it? They asked me about my opinion about it. Let that soak in.
That part. Bingo.
So once again, when you step into this lifestyle, if you're stepping into the submission lifestyle, if this is something that you want to do, either talk to another submissive, you can do that. Talk to a dominant, you can do that. Or do some research, some real research. But the first thing you got to do is figure out who you are.
Absolutely.
Once you figure out who you are, I suggest you do all three of the things that she just said.
Figure out and ask yourself, why do I want to submit? Because submission is about service.
It is.
It is about
Being a kinkster is about the freaky stuff.
Right. But being a submissive or a slave is
Talked
about
last
service.
week.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's about
And I would suggest if you're intrigued by the things that you see in a BDSM lifestyle, go to an event. Go to an event and just be a bystander.
What kind
Don't
of
participate. Watch the dungeon.
what kind
Go
of
to the classes. Watch the interaction between dynamics. Be a fly on the wall to figure out who you are.
be a voyeur.
Be a voyeur. Have a conversation with the dominant and ask them what books you should read. My inbox is always open. If you got a question, ask.
And if you
My
want to
inbox is always open.
And if you're like me, one of the movies, and it's a very good movie. It's a little more detail about a submissive, but once again, it is still a form of entertainment. But I felt that I learned a lot from this movie about the psyche that I have as a submissive, and it's called The Secretary.
Mm-hmm.
I like that movie a lot, actually.
Watch it from beginning to the end, because you're going to see the dynamic. You're going to see the transfer of power. You're going to see so much if you pay attention to that. That is a good movie for the lifestyle. If you're looking to learn more about being a submissive,
Mm-hmm.
and you're a strong woman, and you want to be, and whatever you do, guys, don't submit to everybody. Everybody doesn't deserve it. Stop it. Your Amazon doms don't deserve it. The 1995 and down doms don't deserve
1995 and down.
They don't.
I'm gonna take that phrase and put it on our TikTok channel. Because if that don't go viral,
it just doesn't work. Lorenzo has coined this phrase, Amazon doms, 1995 doms. I'm saying 1995 and down. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. You're gonna be
$39.99 and down.
Right.
2-day shipping. Lorenzo, every time I think you done disappeared, you come in with a one-liner.
2-day shipping. But it's important that you understand that all dominants are not created equal. Okay, so don't do it.
These overnight doms.
Don't do it. Don't ask some questions. How long have they been in the lifestyle?
Oh, let's add another one. Just add water doms.
Yeah. Instant, like instant
Just
grits.
add water and stir.
Water.
Instant grits. Sit down.
Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh!
Did you do an I Dream of Genie on them?
I do Tabitha.
But you know what though? You said ask them how long they've been in the lifestyle. Even some of them doms, I don't care how long they've been in the lifestyle. To me, they still 1995 and down doms because of the way. If you talk to people around them and you vet them properly, you find out that they never took the time to truly
Train or learn. Yeah.
train or learn or be mental in this game. It's about just being in control. It's a narcissistic abusive tactic that they use to because they couldn't get women in the vanilla world, so they manipulate women in the lifestyle.
Just ask a lot of questions. Ask a lot of questions. Don't just give up your submission willy-nilly to just any old person. Make sure that you're doing your due diligence, because it does have to do with your pleasure and your pain, and we've stated it. We've had guests on here that have stated it. This lifestyle can kill you. Let's just, we're not trying to sugarcoat it and make it sound like it's all roses and puppy dogs. Something could go wrong. You could be maimed. You could be killed. We want you to be in a safe space, and we want you to be with people that are going to treat you properly and know protocol. And if they don't know protocol, you need to know the protocol.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have to ask questions if you're going to step into this lifestyle. And if you're with a dominant that's not going to answer your questions, leave. Exit. Stage left.
Stage left.
Boing.
Exit to Murgatroyd. Exit stage left.
Don't stay, because there's nothing to stay for.
Think about that Saturday morning cartoon. Exit stage left.
There you go. Get out. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Like for real.
Right. Just get the hell out.
Run like hell.
To the Capitol. To the Capitol.
Did you say to the Capitol?
I sure did.
Yeah. Get out.
It's Hunger Games for real out there, y'all.
It is. And you have to really be, you do. Don't, and I know some people, because you'll hear people throw out terminology, you'll hear people say a few key phrases, and you think that person actually knows what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And those are your Amazon doms. They know a smidge.
They hear some lingo. They around the right people. They know enough to talk a good game.
You gotta be careful. You just have to be careful.
A narcissist always knows a little about nothing.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Oh.
Could you say that again for the people in the cheap seats?
A narcissist always knows a little about nothing.
Ouch. Yeah. We'll drink to that.
Damn.
But we want you to, look, at the end of the day, we enjoy this lifestyle.
We do.
We enjoy this lifestyle.
I wouldn't live my life any other way.
We've gone in and out, up and down, all around, but we love this lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
We also understand that there are other people out there that would like to get the proper information to be in this lifestyle and be around people that you can ask questions of, that you can be taught how to do certain things. You can be taught protocol. You can be taught what to look for. And I can tell you the best event to come to.
E.
Say that shit. Say that shit.
Honey,
Segue.
let me just tell you the best event to come to, okay?
Let's
Because
go.
because we are about education. It's about enlightening, enjoying, and educating our folks on the different realms of the lifestyles. There's so many different, we're only concentrating on a few, but the ones that we're going to concentrate on, when I tell you we are bringing in the cream of the crop, we are not bringing in no slouches. We are bringing in the cream of the crop. We are bringing in erotic poets. If you want to learn how to speak, if you want to learn how to express yourself, if you want to learn how to communicate with your partner, poetry, being able to talk to your partner, being able to inflect your voice, being able to get your point across. Look, you'd be surprised what these wordsmiths are going to be able to help you with. In addition, we got a dungeon right here that will be headed up by Mistress Rain, as well as we have a plethora of dominants that will be in the house at your disposal to ask questions of, from women to men. We want you to come and be able to be in a safe space where you can be educated and you can learn about the BDSM lifestyle. In addition, we have some fun games that you can take back to your relationships. We've got some great food, because food is an aphrodisiac. Okay.
Say that again, because that's my love language. Don't play with me.
Food is an aphrodisiac, and we about to throw
I
down.
can't wait to get my ass in this kitchen.
It's going to be delicious.
Feed me, damn it. Feed me. Some
And
good
then
food,
we have,
and I better approve.
I mean, we've got entertainment, we've got pole dancing classes, we've got burlesque dancing classes, just things to have fun, because after all, sex should be fun. Your whole relationship with yourself. It doesn't,
Should be fun.
you don't have to have a partner to be at this event. You can be solo dolo. You're
And
still,
you're gonna learn some things
oh my God.
on how to. You're
Absolutely.
gonna learn everything. If you don't come away from this event educated and pleasured, and I don't mean in the physical sense, you weren't listening.
Mm,
Say that shit again.
mm.
When I look at the schedule of stuff we got going on, like she said, you don't need a partner. This is the Ebony Erotic experience. We have a full lineup of multiple different types of erotic experiences. And if you leave this event not changed in eroticism, not educated in eroticism, in both the intimacy of self and the intimacy of a relationship, you weren't paying attention.
That part.
And
It went over your head.
it's so important that we get back to making our relationships hot and keeping them hot, tight, and together. It is so important that we get back to that. And it doesn't matter what type and I'm not just talking about two people relationships. I'm talking about your relationship with yourself.
Yep.
Because if you don't have you together and you over here trying to have a relationship with somebody else, look, we need to talk. We need to chat. If you can't laugh at the fact that you missed the hole in my coochie's over here and you hit over here, you all can't laugh in the bedroom. If you can't have some fun, if you can't be spontaneous, if you're trying to get that fire back, if you just don't even know what you like, this is a 2-day safe space for you to come in and get the opportunity to experience all that and so much more.
I can't wait to teach my class. I ain't even telling y'all what class I'm teaching. Just know.
We have classes. It's all part of your ticket. Once again, you guys have another hour. You can go out. For the special that's going on right now, it's 17% off of your 2-day tickets, whether you're a couple or a single person. It is 17% off of the regular price. It's out there on Eventbrite. Go on out. The Ebony Erotic Experience. You will definitely not want to miss this event. It's
Exactly.
April 26th and 27th in Cleveland, Ohio. So you definitely want to be in the house with us because we gonna have some. Look, first of all, we about to cut up because I'm tired and we about to cut up. I need this probably more than the people that are buying the tickets. But we've got erotic poets. We've got pole dancers. We've got Yogi Latin in the house. We've got face sitting. We've got what is she over there doing?
I'm sorry. I'm listening to everything and I'm thinking about all of it and I'm having a whole good time right now. So I think y'all need to be there. So like, what we got?
Go to Eventbrite. Go to Eventbrite. Get your tickets. The Ebony Erotic Experience, Second Coming, Burlesque Edition. Get your burlesque outfits together. And just come join us. Come join us. It should be fun. April 26th and 27th in Cleveland, Ohio. Make sure you get your tickets. Okay, guys? Well, this is another end of our wonderful, wonderful evening. I want to thank Miss Purple Rain for her fabulous topic tonight. Well done.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, I learned a lot. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much.
So we definitely it's all about we learn every week from it changes our mindset and expands it with our wonderful panel on the side here chit-chatting with us. You all help as well. You don't understand how much I love doing this show. I love it with my queens. I love that you guys participate with us week in and week out. And guess what? We're going to come back next Monday night. How about that? And Miss Siren will be in the lead next Monday night. So we don't know what the topic is yet, but just stick and stay so that you can find out what the topic is and join us next Monday night right here on another wonderful, marvelous Monday on Juicy Tales Erotic Chat. We start at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 Central Standard, 6:30 for our beautiful people out on the West Coast. And I'm not sure what the time change, but anyway, for our family down in Barbados, either 10:30 or 9:30, the time change. So I have to figure that one out. So make sure you join us next Monday night. Remember to enjoy and like my beautiful melanated queens, Miss Siren and Miss Purple Rain, and myself, Miss JewCee. We'll see you next Monday night. Bye-bye.
Bye.